Hey guys, this is Kanako bringing you some more Touhou Brother Dance Performance Netplays. This time we have a couple against Overlord SOS, or Source as we usually call him, because honestly it's easier. And yeah, we have a kind of interesting setup here. Where is the team I was using? Here it is. So, we had two games, neither of them, again, are particularly amazing because I kind of forgot to do one very important thing during the first fight, which was to reinforce Parsee, because, yeah, sometimes that happens. I have over 5 boxes of stuff at the moment, so one or two of them occasionally I forget some basic stuff, like giving them the moves or giving them the reinforcement. It happens very occasionally, and unfortunately it made the first game kind of moot, but the second game was not a whole lot better, let's just put it that way, so we'll just show both of them and show a little bit about what the team is about. The idea was to try and use Bind Trap. So Bind Trap is basically sticky web. It doesn't affect dark types, but it lowers the speed of every other type when they come in. So this team is not really fast in the slightest, but it's fast enough that under the effects of Bind Trap, most of the time I will be going first. And as a result, we have some rather powerful mons here. We have Shinki is actually really cool. She has only one. Is it just one? Yeah, just one weakness because light is resistant to sound, right? So she's only weak to illusion. She might be still weak to sound, I forget. But yeah, illusion is the biggest weakness, but Parsee has an immunity to illusion, which is why I want to try and use her instead of Kawakuma. She also has some good offensive presence and can use Gorgon's Eye to stop the opponent. And the other major power player here is actually Kyouko, because she has adaptability, or niche as the ability is here, and can kind of wreck face with double stab sound attacks, because she actually has some pretty good power behind her. Probably should be using the Choice Scarf equivalent, but instead I was using the Specs for this one, because Bind Trap is supposed to, you know, kind of help against stuff that way. But we shall see anyway, just how these things go, and I love that portrait, I've got to say. So, Speed Ire, we know what Speed Ire does. Curse Return is pretty good against Speed Ire, but Mima's kind of 4 times weak to Changeling, and I totally forgot about that, so I just got ripped right from the word go, which is a bit annoying because Mima's actually really good. And yeah, Speed Marisa comes in, 135 base speed. I can't put Parsee against that, so Okuu is a reasonable enough answer for me here. And yeah, Source's team is kind of good at volt switching and you know, volt turning, I should really say, which is a little bit irritating for me, but I guess I could have gone for something a bit stronger there. I could have gone for the Furious Recitation, which I did not, and yeah, he's just going to switch out again. This time I actually am going for the Recitation. My Okuu has the Physical Assault Vest at the moment, so that's what the Golden Hairpin is. And this Furious Recitation hits like a truck because Okuu, I might actually try and do a video on Okuu at some point. She has Gale Form, which is Aerial 8 basically, so Furious Recitations normally return as the equivalent, like 100 base power normal base move, but with Gale Form it becomes a 130 base power stab, which is amazing, so yeah, that's kind of the idea there. And the Golden Hairpin gets nicked, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference here. So, Moko's kind of pretty alright at surviving. She's not got the best base defense, but she's got a lot of HP. And she has Wish at her disposal, which is what Power Spot is. Wish does work like it does in Gen 5 and 6. It heals for more HP if you've got a lot of HP, so that kind of helps. And Confinement doesn't actually matter here, because if I do switch Moko out, she's got the Natural Cure equivalent, which is First Aid. So she can actually just recover herself, no problem. And there goes the Stealth Trap. Stealth Trap doesn't really matter too much outside of Okuu, who's already dead, so it's kind of whatever. But at this point, yeah, Changeling gonna come out, and that's why I didn't really want to switch out there. And Utsuho comes in, no problem. I am at -2, I kind of predicted Utsuho would want to switch in, but of course at -2 I don't really do anything because Utsuho is fighting. So that kind of sucks. And, well, Utsuho is pretty good when I don't have Bind Trap up against his team, because only 100 base speed on stuff is not the highest to run with here. Gigantic being a fighting based attack though is resisted by illusion, so I wanted to try and get I really wanted to get Parsee in for free, and so having Wish up here, I switched to Shinki to take the Gigantic because she's resistant to it, and then I get healed up to full so I don't have to worry about that side of things. But Shinki could kind of get one shot by the Straw Doll Inferno, and Utsuho has no guard, which I actually didn't realize. Jewel is basically no guard, so all of these inaccurate attacks will always hit because of that. So yeah, it's kind of a thing. So, in comes Parsee. Parsee has 120 base speed, Utsuho only has 100. I forgot to reinforce, so I kind of lived that, which is pretty silly. But yeah, actually, Parsee is water and dark, but according to the database that Source was going off of, she was actually poison dark, which is why he used a fire attack there. Didn't quite click there. Unfortunately, just a one-turn stop means that there is not really any chance for me to survive here because I put the Bind Trap up first. I was hoping to get a 2-turn stop so I could get the trap up and then go ahead and just kill her, but didn't happen, and because it's still at full speed, she just kind of one-shots everything I have left from here, so not really a whole lot to do with it. If I did have a reinforced Parsee, then I would have pretty much definitely gotten a much closer game there, if not actually getting the win, because Bind Trap up with the rest of his team the way it was, I probably would have been able to do a whole ton with that, but because I didn't get to do much because my reinforcement was non-existent, I kind of just stuck to that. Probably also should have just gone straight for the waterfall drop, but Marisa was still in play and I didn't really want to give her an easy switch in, so that's kind of how that went. So, one reinforcement later, just like against Remilia in the main game, that's the only reason I lost to her, is because I didn't have a thing. Also, a slight switch in his party, switch for Tay instead, and Assist Tay is kind of really cool, because she gets both Bind Trap and Stealth Trap, and is not a Dark type. It's one of the only 3, I think, that has that. Also, that total counter teaming, right, with the freaking healing charm and everything. So, Bind Trap is kind of annoying when it's used against me in this team. I normally would have Mima to curse return that, and honestly, maybe I should have just switched out to Mima here. It would have been better, but Tay also has access to Changeling, and I really didn't want to suffer from that, although her attack is not high enough to really warrant it. So I don't know, I really should have gone to Mima there, or just killed her because she's weak to Dark, so I could have just gone Twilight Affection, and it would have been fine. But whatever. Marisa's attacks are fairly well resisted by Shinki if she doesn't have ultra high tone, and we were talking between games here, he actually has Smash Spin on his Marisa, which is the Rapid Spin equivalent, so pretty much not as a counter to me specifically, but because we were talking about hazards and stuff in the previous day, he was going to put Smash Spin somewhere pretty much. So, at this point I don't have Bind Trap on his side, but he has it on mine, so that's kind of annoying. But despite the 4 times Witness to Illusion here, we can just go straight out because Assist Parsee has Unwavering Heart, which is an immunity to illusion attacks, and you heal status if you take one as well, so it's kind of good. And now that I'm actually fully set, Bind Trap does not affect Parsee. She has 120 base speed, like I said earlier, and of course he was running off the idea that I was Poison Dark, so he wasn't going to be able to use the Poison Arrow. If he had, he would have just killed me there, but that is just an unfortunate type of stuff. But it's fine. Defense Kanako is Wind and Earth, so is weak to water. The crit kinda does matter there, but Waterfall Drop also has a 30% flinch rate, so taking 2 of those, there's a odds are in my favor that I'm gonna get a flinch on one of them. and just surviving that shooting press means that I can kind of get the kill here. Touhou, not as fast as Parsee anymore, and because of the binoculars, I have 99% accuracy on this waterfall drop, so pretty much gonna hit all the time. I can't use Gorgon's Eye again because I've already put the Tay to sleep, so that was another sort of misplay really. I probably shouldn't have bothered with that, but yeah, when Parsee stabs are getting the coverage done, she's pretty good. Not much to say about that. She's faster than Raisin here, obviously, so she is going to get another waterfall drop off. And yeah, Parsee's pretty strong. She has a bit more offense than most of the other Bind Trap characters that I've been considering so far, so I kind of like the idea of it. So yeah, Tay's just a void type in this setup, so she kind of just gets ripped into by dark attacks. That's the only weakness of void types, and yeah, from one 6-0 to another, kind of silly. So we never really got to see what most of the no, we got to see what a little bit of the team is for. Shinki's actually a nasty plot user, but we never really got to see much of that. Kyouko, hopefully we'll get to see some of her in another video, as with Mima, because neither of them really got to do much of anything. But yeah, that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. You just don't necessarily get to show everything off as you would like, especially when you forget to reinforce. So that's the lesson for this one. Make sure your puppets have got the freaking stats reinforced first, because going in with no EVs at all, it's not even like going in with an in-game team at this point, because unlike Pokemon, you get no efforts unless you reinforce the stats. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, this has been Kanako showing off more Touhou puppet dance performance videos, Netplay battles. Next time we'll try and not suck so much, but hey, that's what's gonna happen when you're learning a new thing. Till next time, take care.